Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly tarot reading forecast with me, Stella Wilde. This is for all signs, it's time stamped, and we are diving into the energies for the week of March 6th through the 12th. So before we get into it, please do consider hitting that subscribe button if you're not already part of the channel, and also the thumbs up if you find the content valuable. It would really help out my channel. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Aries, let's see what's going on for you this week. On Saturday, the moon will be in your sign. It's in your sign today, March 4th, but it is also going to be there on Saturday. So that is a good day to work on your personal projects, get things done, have an emotional reset, do something fun for yourself, Aries. All right, let's see what we have going on for you. There you go, Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups. All right. Knight of Cups. It's time to get out and about this week. Two of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is a good week to kind of get yourself back on track. The energy, was a little funky in February. That's putting it mildly. It seems like we've had, a little bit of an energetic reboot. Now that we've had this new moon in Pisces, and of course we're gearing up for Aries season, the start of the new astrological year. So we have you contemplating some sort of decision this week with this Two of Swords. What I'm feeling here is you really are starting to gear up for your birthday with this Page of Wands here. There may be some sort of meeting you may have with a water sign. This could be going out, socializing with a water sign. This could also just be the time marker for Pisces season. There could be an emotional tete-a-tete that you're going to be having with somebody in the week ahead, probably on the weekend, so probably Saturday, where you really just feel the need to connect, share your feelings, talk about whatever this situation is for you with this Two of Swords. So you're on the cusp of making some sort of new beginning, change for yourself. You may have already started something, the first little steps, and you're still kind of wanting to talk through the strategy of how you're going to approach it. And this person, even if they're not a water sign, they really have a lot of good intuitive ideas to help you. They really care about you with the Queen of Cups showing up here. And the Knight of Cups suggests some sort of meeting, but it's convivial. It's like, yeah, let's go have a drink, let's go have a coffee, whatever, to discuss. So check in with your BFF this week, Aries. If you don't do it early in the week, try to schedule it when the moon is in Cancer, which is Thursday and Friday of the following week. So that might be a good time to do that also. The Seven of Wands here is interesting at the end. So, and we're looking at a full week period. So by the end of the 7 days of this week, you are ready to, I think, make that decision and bust out and bust loose and bust free into some sort of new and very independent path for yourself. So you're definitely going to go against the grain. You may go against conventional advice. You may just do something very, very different. It fits you totally, but it's very, very different than what the gurus say about your situation. But you're feeling good about it because of this Knight of Cups, and also because you've talked it through practically in terms of strategy and also emotionally with this Queen of Cups influence. So give yourself the luxury of, as much you can, the full week to come to shift out of this Two of Swords energy. There may be a piece of information that you just haven't uncovered yet, and it may be uncovered in discussing with this person. But also the Two of Swords is your own mindset, and there is something in your heart you need to acknowledge about this movement forward that maybe you haven't really acknowledged yet. This has to be your choice. This has to be your unique path that you really are signing up for here. So that may be the thing you need to really look into your heart about. So you may discuss that with this person, but you may also only discuss it up to a point with that person. They may trigger some interesting reflection and ideas within you to help you get at that heart chakra space here. That's the issue. What's going on in your heart? You have a strategy, you have some ideas already with the swords here, but it's really about your inner flame, your inner fire here, the Seven of Wands, in terms of your unique approach, Aries. So don't be afraid to make the decision that will take you on a very, very independent path. All right, Taurus, let's see what we have going on for you this week. The moon is in your sign Sunday, Monday, and part of Tuesday, but then it goes void. So, and Mars and Venus go into Aquarius. So they'll be squaring your moon. So that's some interesting energies. You could want to push forth a certain agenda on Sunday. There may be some frustration going on. This goes for whatever Taurus placement you have, whether it's rising, moon, sun. Maybe not so much your Venus, but could be. So, that energy will pass. All right. The energy will be more favorable on Tuesday, Wednesday to make some sort of progress on a personal goal. So don't be surprised if there's a little friction going on simply because of Mars and Venus squaring the moon in your sign. All right, so we have Temperance early in the week. Here's the moon. Let's talk about the moon here. Wow, look at these major arcanas popping out here. Page of Cups. Wow, look at this. Okay, wow. So there is likely to be an adjustment. Here's the Temperance. There is an adjustment and a commitment this week. I think you're going to finally get the news that you need to move forward with an important decision. And it may involve your career because we have your 10th house energy showing up over here. If you have Taurus rising, we have the Aquarian energy showing up. But we have, I think, while the moon is going to be in your sign. So, or this is something, there's some sort of cycle that you're wanting to bust free from or change this week. And that is likely to happen with this. Here's the Aquarian energy, Mars and Venus going into Aquarius, your 10th house of career. You could be on the receiving end of some very good news. There could be a learning opportunity. There could be a contract. There could be some important negotiation that maybe you've been working on for a while. This could be like any type of negotiation with your current employer. Like, hey, I need a computer, get me this computer, or I need different hours, or like, give me a better salary. I mean, whatever the negotiation is that you've been repeatedly trying for, and maybe they couldn't accommodate you or whatever. There could be a positive change. You could finally get the accommodation that you have been wanting, the change you have been wanting. So that is possible. I feel like while the moon is in your sign, there's going to be some sort of information that comes out of the woodwork, so to speak, with this moon here. Something that has been hidden that really could bring a positive change. There was a reason why that information didn't come out until probably this week. And we have the Pisces energy showing up here as well. So there could be a little twist, a little bit of a surprise. I think it's favorable. And then we have the star here. So we have a new destined path. That's how I interpret this energy most of the time. Yes, it can be a healing. There could be something going on where there could be a very positive change that brings good news and healing to your life, especially perhaps maybe even in regards to your marriage or your committed partnership that you are in. If there has been a few bumps in the road, so to speak, there could perhaps be a positive change. Your partner could maybe finally get on board and listen to what you've been saying. Maybe they've been doing something that you haven't liked for quite a while here with this moon. And the cycle's finally going to change. So, I mean, that's possible as well. So there could be a very nice healing, an emotional healing, particularly involving any sort of, I feel, partnerships in your life with the Hierophant showing up, whether work or personal. So very interesting week on tap for you. Don't be afraid. I mean, this is a big week. Look at all these major arcanas, right? We only have one little minor arcana here. So, and you're in the middle. So don't be afraid to really, push for what you want also this week. Particularly, I would say Monday, maybe not so much Sunday. And let that Mars-Venus conjunction, especially in that 10th house of career, you know, bring you some good news, positive news about perhaps your career, as I was saying. But the moon will square the Mars and Venus on Sunday because it's going to be in the early degrees, and Mars and Venus has just gone into Aquarius. So that's why I'm saying if you wait till Monday, the square will not be exact. Okay, but don't be afraid to, you know, ask for what you need, make a positive change here, and be open to some sort of little twist. Somebody may make an emotional overture to you as well. Somebody may really bring some sort of apology, some sort of offer to heal something, you know, some sort of situation. Very, very possible with these energies. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you this week. Moon is in your sign Wednesday and Thursday. You also have Mars and Venus that have just moved into Aquarius, which is very favorably aligned, of course, with your energy, the air energy. So let's see what we have going on for you, Gemini. All right, we got a Tower going on and a Seven of Swords. Uh-oh. All right, Page of Cups, the Star, and I shuffled very thoroughly, and the World, because Taurus just got some of this energy. Okay. Wow. Okay. So there is likely to be some sort of revelation this week. It may not happen till the very end of the week, but it could come in sooner. It could come in early in the week. It's just going to depend on your personal situation. That is ultimately going to heal you and free you from a situation you don't need to be in anymore. With the World card here, you're going to be wrapping up a chapter, but the Star is here. So I'm going to read this actually two ways. There's something here where you find out something perhaps shocking about somebody you maybe trusted in a naive way because of the Page of Cups here, which is very innocent energy. So there could be a very surprising revelation where innocence is lost, shall we say. However, it's to get you on a better path, the right path, and to have you wrap up whatever this is. So, I mean, it's ultimately good for you that this is coming out of the woodwork, that this information is happening, that it is being revealed, because it's going to help you leave behind that situation, whatever this is for you, all right? Now, there is another possibility here with this energy. There could just be a very surprising piece of news that comes in that has been kept from you. It's been held up. It's been delayed in some way. And it may have something to do with any sort of thing you're pursuing in terms of the public because of the Star and the World card. Both of those are such great energies in terms of people knowing your name, fame, fortune, success. So there could be something where there's a very, very surprising revelation that comes out, an offer that comes out of nowhere, that really could be very wonderful for you. The Seven of Swords, though, to me just says, how does this offer fit in with your long-term strategic goals for yourself? It's nice to be wanted. It's nice to have that buzz of energy around people knowing, who you are, etc. But what do you want to be known for? So is this really the right aligned offer for you? And there may just be something, if there's a contract or there's something involved with that, just make sure that everything is upfront. There's nothing hidden from you this week. I'm not saying this is necessarily bad per se, all right? But it depends on your personal situation. In a more personal context, like I said, I feel like this is a surprising revelation over somebody you may have naively trusted. And you may find that you move on without them in your world any longer. All right, with this energy over here. But this star is very protective. It's saving you from whatever shenanigan would have continued with them. The other thing too here with the two world and the star, both of those energies are vulnerable because they are naked. They don't have clothes on. Okay, so there is something tender about this energy as well. If this is in more of a personal context where you may just be feeling a little bit vulnerable this week in terms of whatever gets revealed. Okay, but ultimately it's going to help you, whatever gets revealed, whatever little tenderness comes up, it's going to help you close out that chapter so that this cannot happen to you again. Because notice how this person's offering the cup over here. So, you know, it's kind of, it could be the type of thing where it's pearls before swine, right? Like you maybe were offering your energy, your time, your attention to somebody who just really didn't deserve it. And you're going to see that this week in maybe a very surprising way. Maybe you were trying to help them. You were trying to heal them in some way. You know, maybe they were feeling vulnerable. They needed a friend. Geminis are great friends, right? So maybe that was something going on, but it comes out that they are really the swine, and you're going to wrap it up. So apply the energies to your life, as I always say, depending on your personal situation. All right, Cancer. So the moon is in your sign on Friday the 11th and Saturday the 12th of March. So that's good. It's always good when we have the moon in our own sign. It's kind of like our emotional reboot for the month. All right, let's see what we got going on for you, Cancer. Let's see. Oh, we have some Capricorn showing up. Oh, and the strength. Okay. Wow, look at these major arcanas. The Lovers, the Page of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okie dokie. What is going on here? Okay. All right. This is, you know, again, general reading. Apply it to your life. So there is a very strong pull toward something that's probably not good for you, that you've been trying to break free from, because the Devil card is here. This may have something to do with your personal relationships, because this Capricorn is, of course, your 7th house of relationships, whether business or personal. We have the lust. We have two lusty energies here. We have the Strength and the Devil. Both of these are, you know, lusty. And then we have the Lovers. So this really could be some sort of relationship that is very much based in the physical. Nothing wrong with that. However, with this Page of Wands here, somebody's acting immaturely about it. It could be you. I don't think so, but it could be you. It could be somebody else. Also, because this person's back is turned to all of this, it could be you're trying to break free from a relationship that really is only the physical. That's possible. And you're having a lot of nostalgia, regret. You could be also reminiscing about a relationship that was like that, and maybe missing that connection, missing that person, missing that sexy energy in your life, very lusty energy. And you're trying to move on, but you keep coming up against this Five of Cups because you're facing this. So that's possible. Another way to look at this energy is that there is something in your life you're trying to shift. So there is some sort of obsessive energy. You're trying to make a decision about it. You're trying to take the high road. That's the Lovers, right? You could go either way. The Gemini, we could go either way with this. So, but it may have something to do with the physical body also, because the Strength card is here. So that is about our physicality. So that could be anything, this energy. It could be, you know, sugar. It could be alcohol. It could be, you know, something else that is not good for your body. Salt, whatever. And you're trying to give more love to your body. You're trying to, you know, you're starting with this Page of Wands. You are doing your exercise. Maybe you're tracking your food, whatever. but you're running up against this Five of Cups. So what this can be, because this is sad and nostalgia, this could be something about that unprocessed and unfinished emotional business is triggering this situation over here. So this may be a good week, Cancer, to look at ways, especially if this is going on for you, look at ways you still need to heal and shift some energy so that you don't run up against this roadblock when you're trying to make positive shifts out of this energy over here. All right, this, you are trying. That's like half the battle, right? But this is the key. So this can be like, depending on what's going on over here, it can be like, we've all done this. Emotional eating, right? There can be something going on like with that. Or like I said, you are really trying to move on with your life and maybe find somebody new, and you keep coming up against the roadblock of maybe the one who got away, or, maybe you could even be obsessing over, somebody who didn't treat you right, or you didn't treat right. It could be something like that. But again, the coulda, woulda, shouldas. And yet the thing is well and truly over. I mean, with this Five of Cups, like, it is done. But the emotions are lingering. So whatever this is a good week for you to really look at those nostalgic emotions, process through them, figuring out what those triggers are so that you can continue your progress. All right, Leos, let's see what we have going on for you this week. Leos. Oops. All right. Knight of Swords and the Seven of Coins. Okay. Page of Swords. Oh, some decisions are getting made. Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. You don't have all the facts yet. You don't have all the facts yet about some sort of situation going on in your life. Could be with whatever you're trying to manifest. It doesn't necessarily have to be money or career. I mean, it could be with these two pentacles. But you are absolutely trying to manifest something. But all the information's not here yet. It's coming this week. I feel probably while the moon is in Gemini, so Wednesday, Thursday here. All right, Leo. You're ready to make this change. And I would say too, with this Knight of Swords or this decision, you're getting a little, feisty about it. Because, you really want to shift out of, you want this goal to manifest. All right. It's manifested up to this point, but it's the Seven of Pentacles. It's not the 10 yet. You want the whole enchilada. Here it is in your lap. And you know that you need to make a decision with Knight of Swords. You maybe need to change your mind. You may need to stand up for yourself or confront somebody about a situation. Depends. So you're going to get the information. Here's the Page of Swords. So the news is coming in. That's going to help you get closer to that Queen of Pentacles moment. However, this is not our last energy. The last energy is the High Priestess. So we still have some other piece of information to uncover. You're going to get partial information this week. That's going to get you closer, but something else will still be revealed. And I feel like this is likely to come. Let me consult my calendar for you. Probably around the 27th, 28th, 29th of March. So in about, well, it's a little longer than 2 weeks. All right, so after that full moon, when the moon is in Aquarius again, this for me is an Aquarian energy because of the number 2. So that's when the moon will be in Aquarius, 27th, 28th, 29th of March. So the important point this week is to know that this is partial information coming in, but that information will help you continue to move forward because it's the page here. So you'll be able to continue to go. And also, the important point here too is to take that information and apply it to your manifestation efforts with this coin here in her lap. And keep the faith, keep the concentration, and keep the focus on this goal of yours. And don't give up. So, but something else is going to be revealed for you. And because it's the major arcana showing up, that final piece of information is the thing that is likely going to lead to the full manifestation of this goal happening for you. So you're on your way with this, Leo. Just be patient. Try not to be too cranky with those around you, because you really want to get this thing, like I said, done and dusted and complete. But know that everything is a process, and this is absolutely arriving in right timing for you. All right, Virgo, let's see what's going on for you in the week ahead. What is happening, Virgo? Virgos. The wheel, I like to see that. What is this? 3 of Swords, Virgo. 2 of Cups. All right, it's making sense now. 3 of Wands. And there's your energy, and you're showing up as the Hermit. All right. Okay. Patience will be rewarded this week. Absolutely. So this may, I'm going to read this a couple different ways. The wheel represents Jupiter. Jupiter is in your 7th house of relationships, both business and personal. So the wheel is a turning. Energies are shifting around any situation where you've been feeling heartbreak, any situation where you feel that there has been a blockage, because that's what this sword is in the middle here, a blockage to your heart's desire. Doesn't have to be love, but it could be. So, all right. So the wheel is going to bring you some good news this week to help you remove this heart blockage, heart stoppage, whatever this is. So if there has been a recent third-party situation, or there was a betrayal, or you just have not been achieving that goal that you have been really wanting to achieve, and you feel like every time you try, something blocks it, look what the universe is bringing you this week. The universe is bringing you a deal. The universe is bringing you somebody, maybe a new person to start dating. That's possible. The universe is bringing you an offer with this energy here. So there is going to be a new horizon for you with this 3 of Wands, something brand new coming in, a brand new ship headed to your shores. And notice how you're looking back at all of this. The key here is to keep the faith. That is the Hermit energy showing up. So stay in your high vibration, because like I said, you showed up here as the Hermit, not as the 9 of Coins or King or Queen of Pentacles, or 4 of Coins or anything like that. Well, not really 4 of Coins, that's Taurus. Sorry. But stay in your very high vibration of your higher self, your wisdom, your faith, and know that all it takes is one turn of the wheel, and life can turn on a dime for the better for you, Virgo. So this is very, very nice energy. So this may be happening maybe more in the middle of the week, especially if you're looking for something to maybe shift with your business, because the moon will be in Gemini Wednesday, Thursday, and that is your career house. So there could be very, very important, and this always looks like twins to me, so it's like a kind of like a Gemini energy. There may be an important meeting. If you have to schedule a meeting this week, I would schedule it for Wednesday. Might be a good time. And yeah, this could really bring in a brand new association into your life this week. Or, like I said, some sort of lucky prospect, lucky offer, lucky meeting with this 2 of Cups here. So if you're in the online dating world, keep putting it out there. You may really hit the jackpot this week with somebody good. But whatever this heart's desire is that you've been trying to manifest, there could be an important new prospect on the horizon for you this week. So stay positive. All right, Libras, let's see what we have going on for you in the week ahead. What is going on for Libras? Energies that you can use to manifest your wildest dreams. 9 of Coins, I like to see that. And the 8 of Coins, okay. Working hard, but happy. Sun card, beautiful. 2 of Swords. And the 5 of Cups. Okay. All right. So I feel like what may be going on for you this week, Libra, is just a little bit of old-fashioned self-doubt, Two of Swords, and nostalgia for the past. Even though everything seems like it is going to be going well for you this week, there is some other area of your life going on over here where you may be trying to make a decision, whether, because the Sun card could represent your work life. I mean, we have these beautiful energies here of working and financial independence and all of that. So it seems like, maybe your plans for your work life, you're feeling very on point, very creative with this Leo energy, the Sun card, like you're feeling really appreciated maybe at work. If you have your own business, Nine of Coins, like you're working hard, like things are flowing, things are going well. You feel appreciated, you're excited about what you're doing, all this great energy. But there could be some other area of your life where it's not so great. So it could be family, it could be a personal relationship, it could be something to do with your kids, where you're living. I mean, it's a general reading, apply it to your life. So you're sitting on a decision and you not taking action on that decision is reinforcing the melancholy. It's making like you're stuck in a melancholy situation here. Nostalgia, maybe some regrets for the past, looking back. There could be something in your heart you're just really having a hard time processing. That's all with this energy. And sometimes, again, in speaking in general, sometimes we hold on to staying in grief. Of course, grief takes its own time for everybody, so nobody should rush through grief. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes we feel guilty about moving on and letting go of our grief because sometimes in kind of a strange way, grief keeps you attached to the past. So, and if you're not ready to let go of your past, which you may not be, you then end up being stuck in this kind of holding pattern. So that may be going on for some of you, again, in regards to whatever situation is still not shifted in your life. So, you may in fact be throwing yourself into these beautiful energies over here, and nothing wrong with that. And on the outside, everybody may think everything's fine with you with the Sun card here. But on the inside, there's some unprocessed stuff. So, and because this energy is coming out, there may be stuff by the end of the week with the 5 here that, as we approach that big full moon in Virgo, but that's not until the following week, but still, there may be stuff that comes out toward the end of the week that, you're very much aware of. So maybe it's the anniversary of a breakup or the anniversary of somebody passing or the anniversary when you lost your job or, whatever it might be, from the past. Maybe that's coming up for some of you this week. It's okay, but just, I would say, use the energies, see what's going on in there, right? Because you're really not wanting to see it. You are stuck in some way. And while this is all well and good, this is great, we know that it's important for you to have, because you're a Libra, have as much balance as you possibly can in your life. So, and this suggests to me there is some area that is out of balance for you. That's stuck. It's stuck energy. So I'm not saying that you need to dwell in this, but know that this is coming up and it may be coming up toward the end of the week. And you may need to start paying attention to it to fully shift it out of your life. All right. So again, depending on your situation, the time is coming for you to deal with something. This is very, very beautiful, very nice, beautiful, successful energies here. enjoy that, of course, but also know that this other thing is beneath, it's there and needs to be dealt with. All right, Scorpio, let's see what's going on for you in the week ahead. Let's see what we have. Scorpio, what is a poppin' in your world? We have the Fool. Very nice. And the Six of Wands. Okay. And the Nine of Cups. Excellent. And the Queen of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles, baby. Wow. Look at these energies. Gorgeous. All right. So this is the week to be making a lot of forward progress on your goals. All right, so we are, of course, this week we are in between the new moon and the full moon. So this is the time for pedal to the metal and get things done, get things manifested, work on your goals. So we have the Fool here. You're feeling pretty good this week. You're feeling excited and optimistic about all these new beginnings you have planned for yourself. You could have some very good news this week with the Six of Wands here. That will make you very happy, a wish fulfilled. It might have something to do with your business, with the Queen of Wands here, or any type of creative endeavor you have been investing a lot of time and energy into. There could be an offer coming to you for, in a business sense, or for some creative project, or really anything. I mean, we have this good news and a tangible offer. So depending on your situation, this offer could be somebody wanting to work with you, somebody wanting to promote you, somebody who wants to give you a funding for your business, fresh start, something like that going on over here. So these are fantastic energies. This is also about you taking the initiative, Queen of Wands, to start some sort of new project this week and really pour your heart and soul into it. But with the Nine of Cups in the middle, there is good news. There's good news coming. Six of Wands here. That is an emissary card. He's coming back with the news of victory from being off in the field. He's coming back. So, something you might have been waiting on since Virgo season could also be coming back. So about 6 months ago, here we have the 9, and then about 6 months ago. So it ties in. That you were hoping was going to manifest. You finally hear the news about it. Very, very possible here. Gorgeous energies. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, another way to look at this is that whatever good news you get this week, yes, is a wish fulfilled, but the offer that's attached to it, if there is one, which there may be, may actually manifest in Aries season, which starts on the 20th. So we're not that far away from that. So this energy could, continue to play out for you over the course of March. Very possible. But this is a great week to feel empowered with these energies here, to work on something that's near and dear to your heart. Wish that you just absolutely are over the moon to have manifest for you, and use all of your bold, dynamic, creative energy to invest in something that's important to you. Ace of Pentacles. Fan-freaking-tastic, Scorpio. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what we have going on for you in the week ahead. Saggies, what is a poppin'? Oh, some Pluto energy. Okay. And the Seven of Cups. Six of Swords. Wow. Eight of Swords. Wow. And the Three of Wands. Okay. Well. So this week, it seems that there is a major change happening here in terms of something that you thought was important. You're adjusting, I think, your goals this week, your expectations, like what you want to focus on going forward, because this is our last energy here. And I think you were kind of fixated, and you may still be a tiny bit fixated on a certain course of action, goal, dream. Sometimes the Seven of Cups, I mean, I look at it as a bucket list card, but it can also be kind of pipe dreams. It can be a little like, fantasy land. So you may have to confront and move on and release something that really is probably not going to happen in reality, so that you can focus, Three of Wands, on something that can actually manifest for you. And with the Six of Swords here, it really is about you mentally letting go and moving on from, like I said, some sort of fantasy that maybe has kept you trapped, kept you stuck, kept you really in a place where you weren't looking at your future. You were just kind of, it was status quo. You were just trying to, manage the day to day. And hey, we all can go through that. So it's interesting because the Three of Wands for me, is a visionary card as well as the Seven of Cups. But the Seven of Cups is more daydreamy, creative visualization. Like, here's all my possibilities. I'm going to sit down and kind of write a list, and these are all the things. This is more, I'm putting my energy behind it. This is still very much the dream state. Over here, I'm actually putting my physical effort into, and all of my energy and focus into having this thing occur. Now, it's not here yet. It's on the horizon because the ship is coming. The Four of Wands is when we get the result. So, but it's more practical. It's more grounded. It's more down to earth. It's more like I am making this happen versus this over here. And this, of course. So this week is forcing you, perhaps, to make a positive change, to move on and let something go that you really don't want to put your effort behind anyway. And instead, start really putting your effort behind the thing that can actually happen for you and get yourself unstuck. So this is very powerful energy to help you move along in a positive way this week, but it will require you confronting some of your pies in the sky, shall we say, and refocusing your efforts on something that is also much more aligned for you, because notice it's the Wands coming out, which of course is your fire energy as well. And I do feel, I know this is a weekly reading, but with the Three of Wands showing up, which is end of March energy, the efforts you make this week can really lead to, some positive manifestations for you after March 20th. So see where you've got to shift out of these two energies and make that decision to, leave something behind that's keeping you stuck in a place. That's the other thing, stuck in a place where you can't really grow. That's the other thing here. So very interesting, Sag. Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you in the week ahead. Cappies, let's see. The Sun card. I love it. And the Four of Coins. All right. Three of Wands. The High Priestess. And the Ace of Wands, baby. Wow. All righty. This is very good. Very, very good. All right. So the Four of Coins is interesting because that's the Taurus energy. The moon's in Taurus Sunday, Monday. And Taurus is your fifth house of creativity. And that's the Sun card over here, right? It's associated with Leo, fifth house. So we have you, I think, making solid progress. Because with the Taurus, with the Four of Coins, it's like, yes, it can be like, oh, I'm holding on, for dear life to something. But it's solid, it's grounded, it's secure. I feel like your feet are firmly planted in very creative soil this week, Capricorn. And there could be some great news also, perhaps, about any fifth house matters. So your children, of course, we got the children card here as well. So children, your own business, fifth house, the house of the entrepreneur, your creative projects, your romantic life, if you have one. Okay. So there could be some good news about that. There could be some good news because the Four of Coins for me is also a home-based card. There could be some really good news about your home, you know, anything to do with maybe a business you have in your home, some home-based business, anything to do with real estate, that type of thing. Okay, so your feet are in fertile soil. You're making progress this week on something fantastic. Whatever your goal is, you're looking hopefully toward the future. This Three of Wands, this is also end of March energy as well. So you are firing on all cylinders this week. Now, what I think is interesting is with the High Priestess here, there is some other piece of information that's going to come in for you. The yes from the universe, the go ahead, the green light, the affirmation that whatever this is over here is going to come to fruition. Now, as I said to one of the other signs, this may not be happening for you until the 27th, 28th, 29th of March when the moon is in Aquarius. This is how I interpret these energies, all right? So keep the focus and the faith on this energy over here and know that there is something else working and percolating behind the scenes that is going to absolutely work out for you with this particular energy over here. Hey, you know, it's a general reading. Maybe you get that this week. It's possible. All right. But again, I like to give all possibilities as best I can with timings. So this may also be percolating more toward the end of March also, even though I realize this is a weekly reading. So you have a great week to continue to make progress on your most cherished goal, whatever it is that you are manifesting and creating and pouring your beautiful heart-centered energy into. This is a good week to just do what you do best, make good stuff happen, and you could hear some very positive news as well. Maybe you've been waiting to hear from somebody. I mean, this could be unrelated to maybe this over here. Maybe you've been waiting just to hear from somebody in your life, and waiting on news about a person or, you know, whether romantic or personal or something like that. And you finally hear from them. So that's another possibility as well with this energy. They could have gone on a little like just vacation, or they just kind of had to deal with some of their own things, whatever, but they may be coming back around as well. But whatever this is, fantastic energies this week. So enjoy, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, let's see what's going on for you. So Mars and Venus have entered your sign as of March 6th. Let me look at my calendar. Yes, as of March 6th. So, this is a great time to put your efforts, Mars, behind making some desires manifest. So love and money goals. Time to really use that Mars energy in your sign. Get you fired up, get you going. All right, so let's see what we have for you this week. There's your Venus. There's your Venus. There's your Mars. All right, the King of Wands. Woo! Knight of Cups, Nine of Swords, and the Six of Coins. Okay. All right. I'm going to read this a couple of different ways. Some of you may be a little concerned, Nine of Swords, about your mother. All right, the Empress energy. And you may have been really trying to cheer her up, the King of Wands. You've been given the pep talks. I'm going to read that as your energy here. Given the pep talks, especially with this Knight of Cups here as well. You've been really trying to cheer her up. I feel with the Six of Coins here, she will get back to center. She will get back to balance. Whatever may be going on with her will even out. All right. The worry of whatever's going on with her is worse than what the reality is. And there are people around her who can really help her healing as well, including you, but there's other people as well. So she could be receiving a lot of support this week. There could be a meeting with, important meeting, maybe, with somebody who can help her, whatever's going on with her. And I think that will turn out okay from these energies. All right. Another way to look at these energies is that, you know, because we have the Venus and we have the Mars, as I was saying, we have you putting a lot of effort behind your financial and material goals, and also behind what you value. That's also the Venus energy, what you value. And you perhaps have been a little nervous about either love and or money. I mean, it could be both things. But again, the Nine of Swords is more our own mindset of, you know, I call it the nighttime anxiety card. We churn things over and over again in our minds when the reality may be different. So I feel like you're going to, by the end of the week, you are likely to receive some sort of news, some sort of information that, again, as long as you go after that information, King of Wands, you assert yourself to go find it by, you know, connecting with somebody, calling somebody, doing the research of whatever it is, you are likely to get the support, the information that you need to bring your finances back to balance. You may need to meet with a financial counselor. You may have an important, meeting about how you can heal from maybe something from your love life. Maybe you're going to meet with a counselor or something like that because you really want to manifest more love in your life, right? Maybe you need a little help. So that may be on somebody who's coming in to help you this week. That's what I feel. But you have to go out and meet them. Like, you can't just be thinking, oh, they're just going to knock on my door. No, you've got to be offering the cup, extending the cup, and say, hey, can you help me with this? Let's discuss this. You've got it. This is like the assertive energy over here to nurture this energy, whether it's love energy, money energy, whatever you're focusing on. So you've got great energy this week, Aquarius, I just feel bring yourself back to balance. That's what the Six of Coins is. Here's the Libra energy, right? Bring yourself back to center, back to balance. And, you know, Mars and Venus, when it transits your own sign, it does give you that boost of energy. Venus makes you more attractive when it's transiting through your own sign. And Mars gives you that oomph, gives you that energy. You got to watch your anger, though, you know, when Mars transits through your own sign, especially when it conjuncts exactly your sun, so that you have to check your own chart for that. But this, I just really feel you're going to get the momentum this week. Again, if you go out and take the momentum, take the reins in your hands, meet with people, discuss with people, Knight of Cups, what you need to do. And that will help you shift your worries. There is help around you with the Six of Coins. But so don't be too proud to ask for it, is what I feel also with this Knight of Cups. So, and I really feel like by the end of March here with this Knight of Wands, so in about 3 weeks with the 3, which is again, toward the end of March, we're already, you know, the first week of March is done already. Yeah, again, you could be making very positive progress with love and money goals for yourself, but you have to reach out, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, let's see what is going on for you in the week ahead. All right, Pisces. Ooh, the Tower. Okay. Oh, and your energy. Judgment. Page of Wands. And the Four of Swords. Okay. All right, you are on the cusp this week of some sort of major decision. There could just be, I'm thinking that your hand may be forced, so to speak. So there could be something surprising that occurs that is going to force you to make a decision that you weren't really planning on making this week. So the timeline is getting sped up. All right, the timeline is sped up this week. And you're going to have to take action and movement forward. I feel like with these two strong energies here, you are really praying for guidance on this. I think this is likely to be a very big decision, the Judgment card here in the middle. It may not be, I mean, I'll be honest with you, it may not be an easy decision because of the Tower here. Like I said, it's the timeline speeds up. Your hand gets forced. Like you have to decide this week. And there could be information with these two energies here as well. There could be information that comes out of the woodwork, so to speak, in a very surprising way. Four of Swords could be something that was kept from you. It's a significant decision with Judgment here in the middle. It is about a new course of action. It is likely about you wrapping up a situation where maybe you have been feeling a little cut off. You've been feeling isolated. So it may require you to kind of go back out into the world in some way, be more visible in some way. That's possible. Again, you got to apply the energies to your life. So, if you've had some sort of time out from a situation, whatever comes in this week, it could shift that energy. Like there's not going to be a time out from it anymore. Something has to be decided. So it's the type of thing, I like concrete examples. It's the type of thing where, let's say you and somebody else decided to just take a break from one another, right? For whatever reason. They could, deliver some sort of news to you this week. They're like, I don't want to continue this relationship anymore. Yeah, I said I wanted to, but I really don't. Or you could say that to somebody else, but I feel it's more like you're going to be responding to something, because notice here's the Tower and then here's you. So, and that's not what you expected. That's going to maybe force you to make a plan to get out there, start dating again when you were thinking that wasn't even on your agenda, something like that. Or maybe you're going to have to move or something. It's going to force a timeline quicker. Like if you were living together, they moved out, but they were maybe going to move back in, but then they surprisingly say, no, I actually want to just move on with my life again. So it's something like that, where I just keep getting this feeling of timeline sped up. Decision gets made before you're really ready, or maybe before you've even kind of gotten straight in your own mind exactly what you want to do with this scenario. So have a plan. That's the Page of Wands also. Have a plan. If this is resonating for you and you know what this might be, again, might be, because it's Uranus, it is always something a little surprising, twisty, right? We just don't know exactly. Sketch out a plan for yourself. So what would you do? So you're not blindsided is what I feel. All right. That's what this is a little bit over here is what I am feeling. So have your plans, have your contingency plan, have your, A, B, C, D type thing, so that if something like this occurs for you this week, you're not caught off guard and you can immediately leap into action with this Page of Wands and not get caught out or caught up and be like, oh my gosh, like this is almost like I'm going to be paralyzed. Like I'm not going to know what to do. This Four of Swords, I'm just like mentally stuck here. What do I do? And this energy is going to, like I said, force like something to happen. So you don't want to freeze, right? It's like, all right. So you know what I'm saying here, Pisces, just be aware of this. I mean, the Tower is not always bad. Let's look at it one more way. This could be a surprise proposal. Just saying. I mean, no, it's your birthday season. There could be something you have to make a decision. Somebody blows your mind and they offer, hey, let's start a new life together. And, if they said that to you, what would your answer be? Are you going to freeze? Or are you going to say yes? So there could be even something like that where there is a surprising sort of offer. All right, so let's not always look at this. I try to always look at everything optimistically as possible. So just have a contingency plan. Know what your options are. Know what you would say to somebody if there is, like I said, some sort of mind-blowing offer or something that you have to immediately respond to. Know your options. So thank you so much for joining me for your week ahead tarot reading. Remember to always use the energies as inspiration and don't let them use you. You are always in charge of your own destiny. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have a great week, and I will see you again soon. Stella Wilde signing out.